Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for this opportunity to engage with you virtually at this very important launch of the Agriculture to Nutrition ATONU project, a multi-stakeholder and multi-country initiative which seeks to answer an important question currently facing development partners in Africa and elsewhere, which is how can agriculture programs be made more nutrition sensitive to yield positive nutritional outcomes. This meeting is happening 2 days before the 6th commemoration of the Africa Day for Food and Nutrition Security, which is also happening in Kampala, Uganda. Allow me, therefore, to convey my respect and thanks to His Excellency President Museveni and the government of the Republic of Uganda for hosting these 2 important meetings in the city of Kampala. I would also like to thank the conveners of these meetings that seeks to launch the ATONU project and celebrate the 6th Africa Day for Food and Nutrition Security. The ATONU project could not have come at a better time than this, when Africa's leaders are taking critical steps to promote agricultural growth as a means of achieving several developmental outcomes. At the culmination of 2014, as the African Union's Year of Agriculture and Food Security, the African heads of state and governments adopted the Malabo Declaration on Africa's accelerated agriculture growth and transformation, with its clearly articulated commitments for action and increased investment to eradicate hunger, improve nutrition security, and reduce poverty, whilst boosting Africa's intra-regional trade and building resilience of families against climate change. This call to action by the leaders has generated significant momentum for agriculture, as evidenced under the comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program, CADAP, which is currently being implemented under the leadership of the African Union Commission and the new Partnership for Africa's Development, NEPAD, in collaboration with various other development partners on the continent. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to grapple with food and nutrition security issues in Africa, we must address our challenges from all angles, work in synergetic partnerships, and develop cost-effective and results and policy-oriented projects. What has become more imperative is the need to address the gap between our agricultural production and the nutritional status of our citizens, especially women and children. On July the 13th, 2015, I launched the revised African Regional Nutrition Strategy, a document of the African Union Commission which advocates for a multi-sectoral implementation of scientifically proven and cost-effective interventions to address the nutrition challenges on this continent. Among the critical actions supported by this nutrition strategy is the need to make agricultural programs more nutrition sensitive, and most importantly, using information from research to guide the design and implementation of these interventions. I am therefore excited to see the launch of the ATONU project with the aim to generate the needed evidence to contribute to making agriculture interventions on the continent yield the much desired nutritional benefits. As I understand from the implementers of the ATONU project, this 6-year initiative focuses on the design, piloting, and rigorously evaluating a range of interventions to shed light on how agriculture policies and programs can deliver positive nutrition outcomes. An important aspect of this ATONU project is that it intends to place significant emphasis on smallholder farm families and specifically targets women of childbearing age and children in the first 1,000 days of life. We need to empower women as agents of change towards achieving household food and nutrition security and health outcomes. It is for this very reason that the African Union declared this year, 2015, as the year of women's empowerment and development towards Africa's Agenda 2063. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to take this opportunity to remind us that Africa's Agenda 2063 is a broader continental vision that aims to build an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful Africa, driven and managed by its own citizens who represent a dynamic force in the global arena. Nutrition security of Africans is therefore at the center of our ability to realize this vision. Nutrition-sensitive agriculture programs can enhance access to diverse diets in poor populations, foster women's empowerment, and support livelihoods. During the Malabo Summit of the African Union in June 2014, in my capacity as the African Union Nutrition Champion, I highlighted 3 key points that I find critical in our efforts to food and nutrition security of this continent. Firstly, the need for a paradigm shift in our mindset and approaches for addressing the malnutrition problems in Africa. With this, I advocated for ensuring multi-sectoral efforts and building strong linkages to address nutritional challenges, as well as avoiding equating nutrition security with food security. This is precisely what the ATONU project intends to achieve by providing us with evidence and tools on how to approach agriculture interventions in a manner that does not only lead to increased production, but also ensuring availability and access to nutritious foods and creating enabling environment to ensure these foods lead to nutritional security of all Africans. Secondly, I advocated for the need to invest more in nutrition security interventions on the continent. This I reiterated in Addis Ababa on July the 13th during the launch of the Africa Regional Nutrition Strategy at a high-level event on harnessing innovative financing for nutrition in Africa. Lastly, I called for the need to do things differently in this post-2015 development era in order for the successful achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals in Africa. As leaders of Africa, we have pledged to reduce child undernutrition by bringing down the rates of child stunting to 10% and underweight to 5% by 2025. This is in conformity with the Sustainable Development Goals, especially Goal 2, which calls for an end to all forms of malnutrition, including achieving by 2025 the internationally agreed targets on stunting and wasting in young children. I believe by joining hands in our efforts, we can achieve these targets of eradicating malnutrition and hunger on the continent. I recognize and congratulate all the efforts of all of you to improve nutrition security on the African continent. I particularly would like to thank the African Union Commission and its partner agencies for their leadership in moving the nutrition agenda forward in Africa. I would also like to congratulate the Food, Agriculture, and Natural Resource Policy Analysis Network and its African and international consortium members, Agribusiness Systems International, Africa Innovations Institute, Farm Africa, Leverhulme Center for Integrative Research on Agriculture and Health, Natural Resources Institute, and Sokoine University of Agriculture in Tanzania on this forward-looking initiative. It is my wish that this pilot work can generate the needed evidence to improve agricultural programs in a manner that will unleash positive nutritional benefits for all Africans. Last but not least, I would like to thank the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for supporting this important ATONU initiative in Africa. I thank you.